This is the Energy Shift Show podcast, where we talk about spirituality and how to live your best life today. All it takes is a shift in perception. Hello, beautiful souls. Deb here, and I'm so excited you're joining me for today's show. As CEO of the Harmonic Sovereignty Studio, my goal with the podcast is to motivate you by sharing insights and also take you along as I speak to knowledgeable people that I have found inspiring to me throughout my years as an energy medicine practitioner and intuitive guide. I cover topics that I'm passionate about, all things under my 3 pillars of attune, anchor, and amplify. Attune into your energy and your inner wisdom to gain clarity on what truly matters for your passion in life and your well-being. Anchoring grounds your insights with practical tools and daily rituals that support sustainable, soul-aligned growth. And amplifying, well, that elevates your impact and vitality by expanding your energy, sharing your gift, and creating lasting change from a place of alignment. Now listen up for this exciting episode to begin. I will read the disclaimer. This podcast and the topics discussed stem from my own curiosity and desire to learn and should never be taken as direct medical advice. I am not a doctor, dietitian, nor any other medical professional. Please always consult your trusted provider regarding your health and your wellness. Welcome back to the Energy Shift Show. I'm your host, Debbie Sodergren, and today we're going to continue the conversation from our last episode, Longevity by Design. In that episode, we explored longevity through a few powerful lenses: the blue zones, the idea of telomeres and cellular aging, and an intuitive approach to nourishment that honors the wisdom of your body. Today, I want to take that same theme, longevity, and bring it into what I do every day with my clients. Because here's what I've learned after decades of energy work and executive wellness support. You can eat the right foods and still be living in a frequency that's aging you. We all know that we're going to age, but the goal is to age gracefully, meaning continue to have all your cognitive abilities and to still have all your mobility abilities. So it's not that we're doing anything wrong, but because your nervous system, your schedule, your relationships, and your business may be running on an operating system that no longer is serving you. So this is part 2, longevity by design through energetic alignment. When most people think about longevity, they think about years. I want to invite you to think about quality or life force. Longevity isn't only how long will I live. It's how present am I in my life? How much vitality do I have when I wake up and go throughout my day? How quickly do I recover from stress? Do I feel like my life is mine? So if you listen to the blue zones, any of that research, you already know this. Longevity is rational. It's communal. It's rhythmic. It's not just a supplemental plan. From an energetic perspective, I'll say it in this way. Longevity is what happens when your life is aligned with your true energetic blueprint. So let's talk about the invisible longevity leak, the chronic misalignment. A lot of high achievers are living with a hidden longevity leak. This is what it looks like. Being productive but not nourished. Being successful but not regulated. Being, everything's fine, but always bracing for something, the shoe to fall, the next shoe that's going to fall, whatever that is that they're working on, that they're just bracing for something's going to go wrong. And being the one everyone relies on, while your own needs keep getting postponed. And over time, That constant internal bracing becomes a type of energetic corrosion. This is where the science and the spirit actually meet. Because if stress is chronic, if you're always in go mode, your body doesn't get the signal that it's safe to repair. And when your body doesn't repair, you don't just feel tired, you feel older than you actually are. So here's a question. Where are you living in a way that your body experiences as unsafe, even if your mind calls it normal? Just think about that for a moment. This is the heart of my work. I help people shift from hustle-based success to vitality-driven, soul-aligned success. Now, success is a totally different word that I'm using here. Yes, success is what the bottom line looks like in the monetary piece of business or life, because money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can make it fun. So I help people shift from their hustle-based success to vitality-driven, soul-aligned success. And the way that we do that is not by forcing more discipline. I use a blend of energy alignment work, intuitive guidance, practical frameworks, and, when it's supportive, tools like human design and astrology, not as labels, but as language, to help the client identify who they really are and how they really operate in the world. Because when you understand your energetic blueprint, you stop trying to live someone else's life, building your business how someone else built theirs. And that alone can return a shocking amount of life force. One of my core philosophies is simple: energy before strategy. If your energy is depleted, the best strategy in the world will feel heavy. If your energy is aligned, even small actions create momentum. I want to give you a practice that you can do right now, and you can repeat it this week. It's based on a tool I often use: rating your life and business activities by how they impact your energy. So I'm going to invite you now to just take a breath. Inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top of the breath. And exhale through your mouth. That just got you in your body. It got you into the present moment. I want to invite you to pick one area of your life where you want more longevity. Maybe it's in your body. Maybe it's in your business. Maybe it's in your relationship. Maybe it's your schedule. Now, think of 3 recurrent activities in that area. Write them down. 3 recurring activities in that area. What does that look like, you're asking? Guys, I can tap into your energy. I get it. All right, so let me go back here for a minute and think about this so I can give you a really good example. Oh, I know. Let me just do my notes real quick because I actually covered this week. Haha. And let's see if I wrote it down. I looked at 3 recurrent activities in my business. The first one was, how can I move my business forward? The second one was, what is a looming deadline that I really need to just take a look at and handle for this week? And the third one was, what can I do to make the cash register ring this week? That was my focus. I then looked at doing the energy rating system. For each one of those, I went from, was it neutral, 0? Did it jazz me up when I did it? Or did it totally deplete me when I did it? So let's look at 0 as neutral, and +3 is where it energized me, it restored me, it expanded for me. And -3 was where it drained me deeply. Like, oh my God, I'm dreading this. So I'm asking you to do the same thing in your categories, in your 3 things. I want you to quickly rate them. Did it deeply drain you? That would be a -3. Were you neutral about doing it? Was 0. Or did it energize you, restore you, expand you? You wanted to do more of it. You got lost in it. That's a +3. So don't overthink it. Just let your body answer these questions. Now ask yourself, if I keep doing this at the same level for the next 12 months, what will it cost me? Right? I'll give you a moment to write that question down. If I keep doing this at the same level for the next 12 months, what will it cost me? Okay? And then ask yourself this question. What would a +1 version of this look like for me? Write that down. What would a +1 version of this look like? Not perfect, not a total life or business overhaul, just 1 degree being more aligned. So choose one micro commitment in the next 7 days. Here's a few examples. I stop answering messages while I'm eating, meaning I stop looking at my phone, I stop looking at the computer. I take a moment to eat my food at a table, being present with my food. Here's another example. I take a 10-minute nervous system reset after a client call or after being with a loved one. Give yourself permission for 10 minutes to be by yourself, either sitting outside in nature or going for a quick 10-minute walk. Here's another example. I remove one obligation that my body has been resisting me doing. I resist one obligation that my body has been resisting that I do. And the last example, I add one thing that restores me before I create content. Content can be a meal for your family or for yourself. I add one thing that restores me before I create that content. This is longevity by design. It's not dramatic and it's not performative. It's consistent and it's aligned. Now, let's tie this back to what we covered last week. If you explored intuitive nourishment, if you listened to your body's wisdom all last week, you already practiced a core skill. Because intuitive food therapy isn't just about the food. It's about self-trust. And self-trust is a longevity practice. The blue zones show us that people live longer when their lives have rhythm, meaning, and connection. Energetically, that's called coherence. So if you're doing the food and the movement pieces, Beautiful. Now ask, is my life designed to support repair? Or is it designed to keep proving something? Because proving is expensive, and repair is where longevity lives. If this episode landed for you and you can feel that quiet truth that something in your life needs to shift, I want to invite you into my 4-week course. Reignite your life. This is for high-achieving entrepreneurs or people doing a lot of different things, wearing a lot of different hats, who are ready to stop pushing through and start building in a way that actually restores them. Inside Reignite, we'll audit what's draining you. We'll identify what energizes you and how you're designed to work. We realign your offers, your boundaries, your weekly flow. So if you aren't running a business, we'll look at realigning how your day structures, where you are tapping your energy versus where you're building time in to fill yourself back up, get you back into a weekly flow, building some boundaries. We'll also create a simple, sustainable plan so that you can actually follow after you're done with the 4-week workshop. It's practical, it's spiritually grounded, and it's designed to bring you back to yourself. So if you're ready, go check out Reignite. And if you're not sure, you can simply message me with the word Reignite, and I'll help you feel into whether it's in alignment with you or not. Either way, I want you to remember this. Longevity isn't something that you chase. It's something that you design. One aligned choice at a time. So thank you for being here with me on the Energy Shift Show. If you loved this, please share it. Please like it. Tell a friend who's tired of hustling their way through life. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode and it aligned with your frequency and the goal of living your best life, you can connect with me at harmonicsovereignty.com or debbiesodegren.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Debbie Sodergren. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Harmonic Sovereignty Studio. I invite you to send me your questions or comments or just say hello on social media or email me at debbiesodegren@gmail.com. And remember, a shift in perception is sometimes all it takes for you